On Monday, two Los Angeles area high school students lost 4 fingers each after a gruesome game of tug-of-war at South El Monte High School. And the game involved 20 to 30 students during the high school Spirit Week activities. The injuries were sustained due to the rope snapping. The two were taken to USC Medical Center, where they were treated for the injuries. Reports didn't confirm whether or not the students' fingers were reattached.
A preschool in Carson has closed its doors today amid of sexual allegations between 4- and 5-year-old girls and boys. Our Jim Smith has more.
Man, that just gets my gut that they've ruined my son.
I want heads to roll.
These are the feelings of Richard McCarthy and another parent choosing not to be shown on camera as they express their outrage over the allegations of sexual misconduct at the First Lutheran Church preschool in Carson, California. The preschool has been under investigation for the last few months by the California Department of Social Services. The department recently cited the preschool for numerous incidents of sexual contact, inappropriate touching between children, and lack of supervision.
Basically said she saw another child, and everything that transpired after that was based off of what she saw.
And it seems like pretty much every child in that class either participated or witnessed it.
Greg Owen is the attorney representing at least 6 of the children involved in their civil cases against the school.
We have talked to a parent whose child just witnessed this many, many times, and the parent told us that the child was scared, sick.
The preschool's doors will be closed and many lawsuits are pending, but recovery for these children has just begun.
4 years old, his life hasn't even begun. It's crazy.
This is Jim Smith for News Scene.
According to the church's pastor, the recent resignation of the school's director was for personal reasons. It had nothing to do with the scandal.
The Los Angeles Catholic Diocese is considering a $200 million fundraising campaign to pay off debt. The diocese had to borrow $160 million to make payments to victims of sexual abuse by the clergy. In 2007, diocese agreed to pay $660 million to more than 500 victims.
The Boy Scouts of America have decided to wait until May to vote on whether to ease this policy excluding gays as scouts and adult leaders. The delay, which Scouts attribute to a complex issue, was announced after a closed-door meeting by the group's National Executive Board. The board has also proposed to ease the long-standing ban on gays by allowing sponsors of local troops to decide for themselves on gay membership.
Said to us and to other religious leaders is, we're doing this under pressure, and we're going to give people basically what amounts to a local option. We believe that this is going to be, if they make this decision, it's going to be a catastrophe for the Boy Scouts.
If the policy passes and individual troops and councils can decide, it's of course a great first step, and we would be appreciative of that step and that acknowledgement. However, it will mean that there is more work to be done.
Some parents have threatened to leave the Boy Scouts if the organization allows openly gay members.
And Hispanics are about to become the majority ethnic group in the state of California. State Democrats say the Hispanic population will equal that of the white population within 6 months and will continue to exceed that number until next year. By 2020, the Democrats say that the Hispanics will be around 40% of California's population, while the white population will make less than 35%. And let's get over to sports with Mario Moran as he tells us what's coming up. So Mario, what's going on? Super Bowl just happened.
Well, the Super Bowl did just happen, but right now there's a lot more things going on than just football and everything else. As far as we know, that it did take a while for the NHL to return from a lockout, but it has made quite an impact in sports lately. Teams like the San Jose Sharks, Chicago Blackhawks, and the Anaheim Ducks are dominating the league and showing the world what it has missed. Like the NBA last season, this year's going to be a short one for hockey fans, but not in vain. The Los Angeles Kings are remaining champs and look to keep it that way, but they certainly have some competition coming up. And for all you baseball fans out there who love the crack of the bat and the smell of the grass, head down to the Padres Fan Fest on Saturday at 10 a.m. and come see your favorite players. You'll be able to see guys like Chase Headley, Carlos Quentin, and Will Venable signing hats, bats, and way much more. Go to Padres.com/FanFest and come on down to root for your San Diego Padres. And again, guys, still in baseball, for all you lovers of the America's pastime, pitchers and catchers report begin on Monday, the 11th. All your favorite Padre pitchers and catchers will be reporting in Peoria, Arizona this Monday to show the club what they've got. If you need just to get out of town or just to see a baseball game, go down and support your team for this spring training. It's good times, you guys. Be sure you're good to go. And, well, the NBA season is just about halfway through, and you know what that means, All-Star Week. The East meets the West in the annual Game of Superstars that promises to be better than the past games. Kobe Bryant is the captain of the West, while the reigning MVP leads the East. Obvious choices for captains, of course, while the rest of the team has some speculation, such as Dwight Howard starting, let alone even being on the team. No matter what teams the fans may see, it's sure to be an intense matchup. Well, guys, we all know it's been a week since the Super Bowl, but there's still lots of stories surfacing on the eventful night. The Ravens had a strong hold on the 49ers with a 28-6 lead going into the third quarter. But then, of course, there was this strange blackout. No one knows what happened. As surprised it was the fans, most everybody in the city was surprised. The Ravens were on top, and the 49ers were able to come back with a great touchdown from Michael Crabtree to go inside. As you know, the score kept on going back and forth. We had the infamous, the infamous right here, 4th down conversion. Going to take note on that. And the offensive line did happen to struggle with this turnover on downs, with the loss of happens to have a lot of controversy with quite a hold, as we can see. Now, no one knows, but this will live in infamy, kind of like the Green Bay versus Seattle game that ended in a touchdown or interception or touchdown. You know what? I don't even know anymore. This was one crazy week in football, and by far one of the most memorable games for fans young and old alike. Now, guys, speaking of championships, there is some crazy stuff right now. Mexico just won the World Classic Game of Caribe, and they are now the champions, defeating the favorite Dominican Republic. It's pretty good, intense stuff, if you ask me.
Yeah, sounds pretty amazing.
Amazing. Hopefully they'll win the World Baseball Classic that just coming up.
That's just another one coming up, too. Way more championships to be won.
Awesome. We'll be right back.
All right.